Hey my friends, welcome back to the channel. I am getting a little bit of a late start to tonight's video. I am attempting to do a no spend week or weeks. I'm not sure how long we're gonna last here. So instead of my typical grocery haul and meal plan, we are going to do a meal plan from what I have on the shelf. So it is about 9 o'clock right now. Definitely getting a late start. Life has just been a little hectic lately, and I'm doing this partially because I haven't had the chance to go out and get what we need, but we really need to save some money this week. So that is why we are trying to shop from home. We have plenty here to work with, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you what I keep on hand to make meals stretch, to use in different types of meals, and then some meals that were requested by the family that we don't have the ingredients to make, but I am going to make do with what we have and make something similar to that style, if that makes sense. I know a lot of us, myself included, get stuck in the kitchen. I love food. I'm sure you know that by now. I love it in all forms. I used to think I was picky, but I really am not, to be honest with you. I will eat anything because I don't like food waste. It's a pet peeve of mine. It really has bothered me. I think it comes from, you know, my upbringing, but my years in the restaurant industry, I saw so much food waste and it really did a number on me. So I try my best not to waste any food. And this week was perfect because once a month I go through my prepper pantry and I go through my regular daily pantry that we're pulling from most of the time. And I was rotating. So I was finding things that needed to be used up and then writing down what I needed to stock back up on. So again, I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you what my plan was here. Let me know if you do any low spend challenges or no spend challenges. I will say this is going to be a challenge for us, but I'm so grateful that I have food on the shelves. So if you are ever experiencing food insecurity, dial your local 211. There are resources out there for you. If you're uncomfortable, please ask me. Please email me, DM me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever you need to. I will try and help you the best that I can in your area from here in Northern Colorado. I truly want to help you, and I don't ever want you to think that I take what I have on my shelves for granted. Just know we are not millionaires over here. We have just figured out ways to save money. And again, we're not experts on that either. I mean, we still splurge on things that we don't need. We're human, right? So there are a lot of different ways to go about stocking up your pantry, and I'm hoping you take a look at my emergency preparedness videos so it can show you that you can stock up too. I now have been labeled a survival channel, which was pretty hilarious to me because I am a motherhood channel. I do family life and motherhood on a budget. That is what I do. So if you're ever confused as to, you know, what I'm doing here, that is my goal. That's what I'm trying to project to you. I have an emergency preparedness playlist because motherhood is all about being prepared. So please go check that out. I really hope that it's coming across that my channel is all about saving money. If you have questions about it, please leave them in the comments below. I think I'm going to sit here and go over my list. Again, it's a little late, but I have my light happening. The Eagles are playing, go Birds, so I am actively watching that game. I'm sitting next to my window here because my chickens and ducks have been moved outside. It is their second night outside, and of course I'm a nervous mom, and then I have my baby monitor for my actual children too. So I am covering all my bases here, but it is important to me to connect with you. I love talking to you face to face. I know a lot of you don't have too much time to sit down and chat face to face. So I hope you can at least listen to this and get some ideas, and talk to me in the comments about what you plan to make when you are doing these low spend or no spend challenges. No matter how much money you make in the world, I really think that some of you should try this at least once a month. Honestly, there are so many benefits to this. So I'm gonna stop gabbing and try and get into this here. So for the no spend, when I'm looking over at my list here, when I'm looking at main dishes, I have 4 categories, and one's gonna be pasta, one's gonna be rice, one is gonna be quinoa. You can vary from quinoa. I know a lot of you don't like quinoa. It's not that bad, honestly. And then another is gonna be bread, homemade bread. So for my mains, I had a request to do lasagna. We don't have lasagna noodles. We do have elbow macaroni, so you can make it into a goulash. I know I mentioned that last time and a lot of people were enjoying that, but I do have a lot of ramen on hand and it needs to be used up. I've done ramen on the channel before where I'm using it as a layer for some type of lasagna. So what you're gonna do is just take some sauce, put that at the bottom of your pan. You layer your ramen noodles on top. You can break them in half if you want to, but I usually just stack them. And then on top of that, I put more sauce, some ricotta, and then vegetables or meat, whichever one that we have on hand. And then on top of that is gonna be mozzarella. I am trying to keep all of my tomato sauce in the prepper pantry, but we do have a vodka sauce that needs to be used up. The expiration date is in about a week, so I think we should be fine. Vodka sauce typically has some sort of dairy in it, so that is something that I don't really like to mess with, but I'm gonna use vodka sauce instead of tomato. I think we'll be okay there. Next up, fried rice. We're always doing some sort of rice dish. Fried rice is filling. We can use it throughout the week. And we have wild Alaskan salmon burgers from Target. And what I like to do with those is break them up, mix them with like cream cheese or mayo, and then make it into like a faux crab salad, but salmon, to put on top of the fried rice, so it kind of turns into a sushi bowl. I put some green onions in there, sriracha, and some black sesame, and it's really, really good. So fried rice is always a staple, especially when you're doing meals on the cheap. Next up is gonna be quinoa. So the quinoa category can go many ways. This week we are doing a creamy quinoa curry chili. So that's a mouthful. What you're gonna need is like 2 cups of quinoa. You're gonna do some white beans in there, curry powder, and then the creaminess is gonna come from coconut milk. We have a ridiculous amount of coconut milk. We make all kinds of things out of coconut milk. We do the full fat and we love it in curries. We like to use it in ice cream. There's just a lot of different things that you can do, especially if you're non-dairy. So we have a lot of coconut milk. And then on top of that, I am going to be putting some veggies, and then for my husband's, I'm gonna do some chicken just in the can, to be honest with you, because we have a lot of canned protein, and when they're in warm dishes like that, he really doesn't mind. So we're gonna do that. If you're not into canned chicken, you can get chicken drumsticks for under $3 if you, not even if you get lucky, honestly, you can find them anywhere for pretty cheap. I think Walmart's the cheapest I've found them, but we are gonna do that. Next up is gonna be the bread category, and that's all about sandwiches, grilled cheeses, BLTs. I'm gonna do a TLT, which is tempeh, lettuce, tomato. I put avocado on that, that's really good, but that's an easy one. Sandwiches can be in all sorts of shapes and sizes. My son really loves jelly sandwiches. I sneak some chia and hemp seeds on there with a little bit of honey, and he really does not know. I put it in the shape of a tree or a snowflake, whatever cookie cutter I have laying around, and that's my little toddler hack for the video because I'm full of them. If you ever have any questions, let me know. But sandwiches are a must. I think it's my favorite food group. If it was a group, I love sandwiches. They're my favorite. I think because I'm from PA, everyone eats hoagies. It's just a thing. We have hoagie shops, sub shops everywhere, and pizza shops. We have those everywhere. That's something that Colorado is lacking. If you're ever curious about it, pizza shops, they don't know how to do it out here. So anyways, we're moving on to sides. We have an abundance of pierogies, of course. In this little clean out, we are trying to clean out the fridge and the freezer. So 2 freezers are really working in my favor for this little meal plan, but we have plenty in there. We have pierogies. If you were here yesterday, you know that we have a bunch of mac and cheese. I just replenished what I had. So I had 5 bags from yesterday's video, but I have white mac and cheese in there made with some brie cheese, and I think it's gonna be creamy and delicious. Next up is gonna be scalloped vegetables. Our garden is producing a ridiculous amount of squash still. We have onion and we have some sweet potatoes. So I am just using that, and what I'm gonna do is slice them pretty thin and then layer on my scalloped, I guess, dressing you could call it. I don't even know, gravy, but it's a white sauce, a bechamel sauce, I'm not sure, but it's a scalloped veggie, like a scalloped potato, if that makes sense. Next up, sweet potato fried. So that's a really easy side. You can do regular French fries too. And then of course, vegetables. We eat a lot of veggies here. We really enjoy them. So that is definitely going to be a side. Next up is the breakfast category, and typically I'm just eating some sort of toast or coffee. I'm really not a breakfast girl. I love fruit in the morning, so I'll probably eat that. But we have burritos. I'm doing egg and bacon and potato and green chili, and I'm cheating because I made a whole bunch of them about 2 months ago and filmed it. We are still eating off of those. So my husband's schedule is a little different this week, and those will be easy for him to heat up, grab and go, and take on the road with him. Next up, bagels. We have so many bagels left over from last week when I made homemade everything bagels. And then we have veggie cream cheese. I went ahead and froze that because I wasn't sure when we would get back to it. So right now it's in the fridge thawing, and we should be good to go there. Honestly, you can just take it in and out, and it thaws pretty well. I can't really see a difference, especially with my veggie cream cheese, but that's up to you. That's a consistency thing with some people, so you never know. And then we have quiche in there. We have quiche from buy one, get one free at Kroger. I think they were just broccoli cheese quiches, and we have 2 of those, so we'll probably have that on the weekend when it's a little slower. Wilder started soccer, so it's just like a fun Saturday morning of going and watching him learn about soccer. It's very nice. Again, if you're new here, my husband and I aren't really like athletic people. I would say we both played sports all throughout high school, but they were more singular, not team related sports. So it's very interesting to see all of us try and work with him because he's almost 4. So him understanding, you know, a soccer game and us understanding it is a funny combination, but we're having a good time. So Saturdays are a really great family day for us. And then, of course, egg in a hole. We have so much bread left over in the freezer because I grab so many from Kroger every time I go and put them in the freezer. I was talking to my husband. I don't think I've paid over $1 for bread in, I don't know, maybe 2 years. I find bread that's on sale and then I freeze it, or I make bread because I find it very therapeutic and then I freeze it. So we have so much bread in there, and we have a lot of pizza dough. So when in doubt, that is my go-to. I'm always finding something to put on a pizza, and it's typically not your classic pizza topping. So this week we have a lot of barbecue sauce in the prepper pantry. I don't know. When I first started prepping, I found all of these sauces, and I was afraid. I was afraid that my rice and beans were going to be boring, and that's what I thought about prepping, that it was only rice and beans and that's a complete meal and we'll be just fine. I didn't even realize that you could prep on a budget and have these really versatile meals. So if you are new to prepping, give it some time and stock up every now and again and see what you can find that's a little interesting and shelf stable. I guarantee you will find a way to use it if you're anything like me and don't like food waste. So that is going to be our meal plan for the week for our no spend challenge. Let me know if you do this again down in the comments. I am loving this kind of new content, especially for fall. I find fall to be new beginnings, especially for me personally. I really fell in love with my husband in the fall, and that kind of just like took our life forward when we found each other. I, of course, you know, had a great upbringing, but when I found my husband, I really found myself, if that makes sense. And I was pretty young, I was 19, but I showed him around the Centralia area. That's where I'm from in PA. I'm near that area. If you're familiar with Centralia's story, you'll know that no one really lives there. I think they have a population of 7, but if you're not, it's a town in Pennsylvania, and it has an underground mine fire, and it's been burning for years now. I think since the 80s, maybe the 70s. I could be wrong there, I'm not sure. But there's documentaries on it on Netflix. The movie Silent Hill was inspired by it, and it's super eerie. And that was the time of year where my husband and I had a lot of photography classes together, and we had alternative processes. So we would that was a class. So you learned about all different types of photography, cyanotypes, Van Dykes, and classic film photography, large format photography. We learned how to make pinhole cameras, but I remember taking him up to Centralia, and I was nervous because I liked that kind of thing. I still like that kind of thing, just walking in graveyards, just, I guess, your basic like spooky things that people, that a lot of people don't enjoy. So I was nervous to take him up there, and I'll never forget it. He just had the biggest smile on his face. He was so happy. And that's when I knew, I'm like, this is my guy. So fall, back to it. I know this is supposed to be a meal plan and everything, but I'm getting in the feels here. It's all about new beginnings, and I think this year has been just such an opportunity, and I'm so excited to see where it takes me, where it takes our family. But I think this channel all boils down to saving money. I really am passionate about it. I could not figure out on YouTube, they always tell you, find something you're passionate about and then tell people about it. I couldn't figure it out. You know, I love a lot of things. I love art, I love music, I love food, and I couldn't pinpoint, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to tell people about and what I feel confident that I know a lot about, and that is saving money. I know a lot about that because I love bargains. I really do. And I find the best ones. I really can confidently say that. So as soon as I find them, I like to jump on here and let you know. But some weeks I don't get out to shop, and some weeks I financially can't get out to shop. So these no spend challenges are great because it gives me an opportunity to share with you what we do. I would not say we're in an emergency state right now, but we do not have the means to go get these big grocery hauls every week, as I'm sure you know, especially with inflation being very real. Some people have commented that it's not real and food shortages aren't real. I don't know what fairy tale land they're living in. To be honest with you, I can't figure it out because I see it firsthand. You all tell me you see it firsthand. Family members see it, unless it's some giant lie. I don't know, but I'd rather be prepared. A lot of people have asked, what if you're wrong? Well, then I'll have extra food. I can donate it to my shelter. I can cook a bunch of meals for family. If I'm wrong, I don't see any negative consequences. I see nothing but positive. So that is like my new goal going into fall, just staying positive and starting some new beginnings. So you may see some different videos come up here in the future. I have some sponsored videos coming up. A lot of people ask why I do sponsored videos. To be honest with you, I am passionate about certain brands, and sometimes I reach out to them and ask if we can work together. And financially, it really helps us. I'm staying home right now. YouTube does not pay that much. If you're ever curious about someone with 10,000 subscribers, it really doesn't. But I really enjoy this. I think it's great for my mental health, and a lot of these videos help me. So I am going to be doing like a get it all done with me. I got cut off there. I'm losing battery as we speak, so I'm going to wrap it up. What I was saying was, a few of you have expressed that you don't want to see that kind of content on my channel, and I get that, but sometimes those videos are not just for you. They're for other people that have requested that, and they're for me. To be honest with you, lately I have not been finding a motivation to get it all done. I feel overwhelmed, but that is the season that I'm in. I'm gonna wrap it up here. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.
Bit high on the feeling, can't seem to focus. In the corner of my best friend's sofa, you were getting buzzed on rum and cola. Wasn't brave enough yet just to talk to you. Not a smooth talker under pressure. Sweaty palms ain't making it much better.